we take a few moments once again to expand our horizons, to reset and reboot our hearts and minds around wonders and life-giving stories of hopefulness. As we reflect on Earth from this vantage point above the Arabian Sea, it is hard to believe that the oceans make up 70% of the planet. Under this vast expanse of water is Earth's largest mountain range called the Mid-Ocean Ridge, which stretches around the Earth for 40,000 miles. In his amazing TED Talk, marine biologist David Gallo acknowledged that we have only explored around 3% of the ocean. Gallo also suggested that in places where we thought there was no life at all, we find that there is more life and diversity and density than in the tropical rainforest. The Seabed 2030 project announced in June that they had mapped a fifth of the Earth's ocean floor. Their ambition is to facilitate the complete mapping by 2030 and empower the world to make better policy decisions and use the oceans sustainably. Wonder is happening every day, all around us. The rhythms and patterns of sunrise and tides and full moons and migrating whales and the wonders of new music and design and scientific discovery. And the increasing number of fashion brands that are using materials and practices that are sustainable and good for the planet. Amongst the challenges, there is so much to lift our eyes and spirits at this time. From this virtual window seat, 250 miles above Earth, we are joined this week by Marlon Parker in Cape Town, South Africa. We start by asking which city or country he would like us to fly over and why.
In 2011, I remember being in a city called Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. At that time, I had just left my job at the local university and starting on this journey of art labs, which is what I'm doing today. All of a sudden, while in the midst of chaos and in the midst of busyness, the words 2 billion in one lifetime came to mind. I didn't quite know what it meant, but this for me has since become a life's mission. Could I, through the work that I do and the people that I know, impact 2 billion lives in my lifetime? So flying over Malaysia is always such a beautiful reminder of that moment. The story of Marlon started on the Cape Flats, a place where there's a lot of social and economic injustice and inequalities. But in the midst of all of this, my mom, who was a single mother living in challenging circumstances, always sought to give me hope. And for me, hope has always been something that was very crucial on my journey. Today I am part of an organization called the Reconstructed Living Lab, better known as Art Labs globally, and we are on a mission of making hope contagious by providing opportunities of learning, opportunities where people can create and innovate, as well as trying to support small businesses in the most challenging places. And we do that by creating spaces and environments that reflects hope, because I'm a firm believer that your circumstances should never determine your future or your destiny. And that's the mission and the work that I'm currently involved in. And to date we've equipped over 200,000 people with skills, providing almost half of those with economic opportunities. To make all this happen, Art Labs has created what we call an innovation lab, where people from the community can turn their ideas into reality, build new technology solutions, or create new systems and processes that can make a social and economic impact. Through these innovations and technological opportunities what we've created, we've impacted over 15 million people simply by creating environments of hope and belief where people can make a difference in their communities. We have also provided support for those that want to venture into starting their own business to create livelihoods. We've supported over 3,500 businesses over the last 10 years, creating thousands of jobs by just supporting those entrepreneurs who want to create these opportunities. So that's what we're about. How do we make this hope contagious? And by doing that, impacting 2 billion lives in this one lifetime. My place of reset is when I stand in front of the ocean. It does wonders to me because I see endlessness, which reminds me that in life, our potential is limitless. I am a bit biased, but Table Mountain in Cape Town is the greatest place of wonder for me. There is nothing more beautiful as being able to appreciate one of the great natural wonders of the world. And whenever I see Table Mountain, again I'm reminded of possibilities. Whenever I think of people that are doing amazing things for the planet, I'm reminded of endurance swimmer Louis Pugh, who draws attention to the plight of the oceans through swimming in places like Antarctica. I'm always so inspired by his story and work. But in the same breath is another person that inspires me and gives me hope. And that's a lady that very few people know, known as Bernadine Moses, who is a wonderful, humble lady living with a disability, living at the heart of a community on the Cape Flats. What she does on a daily basis is amazing through small acts of kindness. She takes care of small plants and small trees, and through a relationship with various organizations, asks them if there's anything she can do to help recycle. And I think for me, those are the stories and the heroes that are around us. People that can do small actions which brings together and can make a big difference to our planet. This is such a beautiful planet, and the question that I want to ask is, what are we doing with the hope that we have? Are we willing to share it with someone else who really needs it? Because all of us have the opportunity in making hope contagious. And I think that's the mission, that's the dream, to share the little hope that we have so that someone else's life can be changed forever.
You can read more about the work and vision of Marlon and the team at ourlabs.org. So as we prepare for re-entry, what wonder takes your breath away? What story that is not your own renews a sense of hopefulness? In future Wonderspace editions, we would love to share your wonders and stories of hopefulness. From the website ourwonder.space, you can join the community and post, share and connect with other people from around the earth. Thanks for orbiting with us today over the coastlines of Oman and Yemen and Somalia. Thanks also to Marlon from Our Labs and Tamsin Jones for setting up the interview. And I look forward to sharing this view with you again next week at Wonderspace. In the meantime, I'll leave you with this quote.